for medium fit, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are all in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel and support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I can really use it. Right. So yeah. Weather today is restless. It's kind of cloudy with a bit of blue sky here and there. But yeah, the wind is blowing a lot and it's just restless. No rain though, so that's kind of nice. At least it's not raining. But it probably will rain a bit. If not today, then tomorrow. There's interesting cloud formations up there. There's this haze and there's this distinct clouds. Side by side. Very strange looking, but kind of beautiful. Let's see. I mean, that does look very special. Alright. Hello.
You're not simply a drama queen,
Thursday,
king. You're the whole royal
12th
family.
of March 2026. Temperature is 12 degrees Celsius with 55% humidity, 29 kilometers an hour wind, and 10% precipitation. Yeah. Definitely high wind. Right, and the forecast is temperature might be going down a bit. Oh, but looks like by next week it'll go back up again. So that's kind of nice. But it might be raining tomorrow. Oh well. Right. So yeah. Wasn't sure if I was gonna do a show, but the hell with it. I'm doing it anyway. But yeah, starting really late for my doing. It's now 20 past 3 p.m. Amsterdam time. The appointment went well. It's very reassuring. And so I can go with that. But I mean, it has actually been reassuring. I've been kind of worried about certain things that I'm not gonna share the details of. Right. But yeah. It's just an ongoing thing. Right, so yeah, what's going on out there in the world? Hope everybody's having a good day out there. Thought yesterday's show was pretty good. It was nice to see Viscosity back again. Oh, I had a whole bunch of Rogans up yesterday. That's nice. Yeah. So Statecraft is now in the hashtag list of the description box. Hashtag, biggest hashtag list ever. And it's like every single hashtag has like distinct meaning and a story behind it. It's always fascinating to look through them. Right, but now, yeah, Statecraft is in there, right behind geopolitics. Like halfway the list. Right, Statecraft is like the stage play that has that has social engineering purposes. So it's statecraft is a thing that they do with social engineering, and it is like a theater. And it's very fascinating how it works. Like, that part is the real mind control. And I'm just really, really fascinated by it, how it works, and just how it's all connected. And I have a really good oversight. I'm extremely confident about these things. So every time I bring that up, like nukes are fake, Earth is flat, viruses don't exist, and yeah, well, many other things. I mean, those are really the three most prominent ones that are like really, because they're so impactful. All of those things are very impactful, right? Viruses and nukes are like scare factors, like really, that are very influential. I mean, they literally build systems of control to crack down on people and do experiments and make them do what they want, and geopolitical maneuvering with the nukes, like all these things. Yeah, it has a lot of impact. And of course, flat Earth is, well, that's about the very foundational belief, site sources or whatever, like things that, but I mean, there's no sourcing. Sometimes there is, but it's like the sourcing to me is just secondary, because I bump into things all the time where I'm like, oh yeah, there's that, oh yeah, I totally updated myself, adapted to this idea now. And that's rather how I approach things out there. And because it's interesting that now in this period, this specific period, these 10 years, the 20s to the 30s, there's a lot of, it's like an apocalypse. And there's a lot of things, well, to start 2015, but now after 20, it's like real big, because now we had the virus thing in 2020, supposedly, and people figuring it out. It's also completely fake, not just a lie, but just all of it fake. And now is, well, the whole World War situation and the threat of nukes. And it's gonna really stand out more and more and more that the way things are done, if there were actual nukes, they would have been used already.
Who ordered the ban?
Instead, I mean, there's just really big bombs, and then they might call that like a tactical nuke, but it's not a nuclear bomb, because they don't exist at all. And I mean, in a way, they've kind of become outdated. Tactically, if there was a real nuke, it would be a real threat, because it can be such a big explosion from such a little device. That's the real military advantage that it would have. But I mean, when it comes to huge explosions, yeah, they got those. They can just drop enormous bombs, and the explosive power of those have also been even more compacted, because they just work like, they make nano concentrated explosives where it effectively needs less to have as much explosive force. And when you then concentrate a lot of it, yeah, you basically get a nuke equivalent explosion. And that is the things that are going to be used, and that's what they will call nukes eventually. Or it will sort of be open whether that is a nuke or not. But it's playing out. But yeah, the actual nuclear bomb with the radiation and the huge flash and everything vaporizes, like, that just doesn't exist, and there will not be a fallout like that. Right? Although there might be some sort of fallout from, well, nuclear reactors getting blown up, and that seems to be also happening in this war with Iran and Israel. I think that they did actually blow up a nuclear reactor in Iran. And I mean, to actually purposely blow it up, something like that almost happened in Ukraine a while back. But I mean, it was an attack. It didn't like blow up. But with this, they just threw like a huge bomb at it and literally blew it up like entirely. So that's a line that's been crossed. And such a line would logically initiate the Mad Doctrine. Like that is like, and it's very, well, we're still here, guys. We're still here. But it will mean that the level of explosions that are going to be used in war will be savage. It will wreck the land where it is used, and who knows, man. I hope
A bomb
they're not
went
just
off
gonna
in
default
Arwen's
scale it
mouth.
up. I mean, in a way, they wouldn't, because it's very expensive. Like, to make concentrated explosive substance like that in those amounts, you don't just... Those are, like, extremely expensive explosives, weapons to use, right? And this is also... problem with the US's weapon stockpile. It's like, yeah, you could theoretically have a giant amount of nukes, but those are all extremely expensive. And so you can't just make tons of them all the time. It's high cost, all of it. War is expensive, but I mean, nuke equivalent bombs are also extremely expensive. So they wouldn't use them unless it had an actual tactical advantage or a demonstration purpose in statecraft, where they demonstratively, like, we're nuking them officially for whatever reason. But it seems like they're just using really super large explosives and not saying that they're using nukes. It's sort of, people are watching these things and like, is that a nuke? Is that a nuke? It's so big. But it's not official. So that seems to be the way that it's playing out now. Hope my analysis will be of some help. Right. But yeah, it's a field day out there, and stagecraft, very important to understand these things and to know that there's fiction grafted in, and we've always been taught like that's real, right? Although I think there's plenty of people out there now, also thanks to the flat earthers, because the flat earthers came forth with nukes are fake for quite some time, right? And they generally get ignored. But there's plenty of people that have touched upon it. Like, they know, like, there's something wrong with NASA, and they're lying about something. It's not right. Like, it's not, and they act weird. They do weird things. They seem to have like weird Marxist agendas too that they play out, and it's like, people just don't really trust it anymore. They're not like, oh no, the Earth is not flat though. No, it's still a globe. Whatever it is, it has to be a globe. That's people just, a lot of people hold on to that, but others don't. But through exposure to that sort of thinking, and people like me and others, flat earthers, people have come to also realize, like, yeah, nukes might not be real. And I've been like I've made it into a real subject for years. I've been talking about it for years. So anybody that knows me, they're like thanking me. I get people out there that thank me now because I've helped them understand these sort of things very early, and now it's all coming out, and now they're like, whoa, Arwen like really called it. It's pretty epic. Right. They're not really ready to be in on my show or anything, but I mean, there's plenty of people that are like, yeah, we know you, and like you talked about a lot of awesome things that were like sounded crazy, but now it's like, whoa. So yeah, sometimes I like to say I'm the Alex Jones of Flat Earth. Because of course I am an Alex Jones fan, however crazy
If
the guy
ignorance is
is.
bliss,
I mean, he is
Arwen
crazy,
must be the happiest person
but
on earth. No one thanks him.
he's crazy in a way that's very endearing to me. And he can be extremely funny. Yeah. Statecraft. So anyway, I'm very chatty today, or at least started out. Let's see what's going on, if any new things are coming through. Yeah. And it's really standing out that like the whole Trump administration is they really are realizing how fucked they are in ways, and they're like trying to suggest like no it's running, the wars is rounding out and we're almost done, but at the same time Iran is like no you're not, no way. And people are realizing it, like this situation is, as they used to say, FUBAR. It is kind of FUBAR. It's fucked up beyond all recognition. And it's like you can't just find an easy exit strategy now. It will rearrange the order, the world order, like how business connections are. It's already changing around. And the US is losing a lot of grip. And I mean, that's really not what Trump wanted.
Don't worry, little Paul, the first 40 years of childhood are always the hardest.
It's a little late for that realization. Because what he should have done is let Netanyahu do that thing. If he was even going to attack at all. Just let him do that and stay out of it. And I think he's starting to realize that now, but yeah, it's no way back, right? He made it part of the play, even saying like, oh, we attacked first. Like, there's some pride in it or something. And he freaking initiated this crazy-ass crusade objective with the military, and they're not super happy about it. Because they realized like there's something really wrong about this. There's something off. You're not supposed to do that as a Christian.
How am I supposed to beat off to this?
Right. But at least Trump administration is trying to pull out. That's not gonna fix the situation, but at least it will stop the free fall for the US, and then the things have to be rearranged. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that it would lead up to the US truly pulling out, and then like a new Congress thing will happen. There's also with the Board of Peace, so there might be even a weird competing Congress with the Board of Peace, but also with the UN, and that it's gonna be basically the UN trying to deal with Iran to open things back up. Well, the Board of Peace will probably not do that, or in a way do that. It's gonna get really tricky. I think it's gonna get pretty tricky, and like, whoa, what is all this? Like all this conferences and stuff, but at least it will be in the open. That's something. That's good. It's not gonna be secret Bilderberg-like conferences. They'll keep it a secret. And it will be interesting, and we'll see where it all goes. But yeah, things tactically for Israel are looking bad. They are starting, like the generals also, they're starting to realize like, yeah, this is not gonna work out. And it's really bizarre in a way that they even thought originally that it could work out. Right, but there might still be terrible surprises right in front of everybody, because you know how Israel and Netanyahu is with this whole Samson option idea. Like, he might freaking, if they're like getting overrun and all that, they're gonna lose and not able to retreat, they might literally blow up Jerusalem, which is like a holy city to everybody. They might just do it, like most maniacal form of scorched earth. So yeah, that would be absolutely fucked. So yeah, who knows? Who knows if that something like that will happen? I mean, I hope not. From my visions, I'm not sure. I think, let's just say there's this special mosque in Jerusalem that's like one of the most important Islamic holy sites, and it's like really historical because it's also like in the way of the third temple being built. There's a very good chance that that thing is gonna get blown up in the not too distant future. But I mean, I hope not, and I hope that it can be prevented somehow. But I mean, just as a revenge action, there's a good chance that they'll do that. And hey, it will escalate everything. Well, that is exactly what Israel does, is escalate everything beyond all proportions. And so everybody should be expecting that thing is
Mirrors can't talk. Lucky for me, they can't laugh either.
And if possible, pull together resources and technology to make sure that that doesn't happen. Ugh. Oh, by the way, yeah, talking about statecraft, I don't know, this may literally just be pure science fiction wishful thinking, but there are talks going around like the US is, instead of using missiles and bombs, using laser beams. So, but I mean, the videos that showed that, I'm like, meh, I don't know. It could have just been a hypersonic missile or something. I don't know what the hell I was looking at. I'm not super convinced, but it might now be rolling out. Like, the US is
Fuck you, Steel. I get 25% commission.
That do giant explosions. Interesting, right? Interesting that, I don't know if that's even real, but if it is, well, look who called it. Days ahead of time, like right before it was gonna happen. I mean, maybe I gave them that idea. Maybe they thought like, oh, that would be pretty cool. But I mean, the way that I originally presented it's not gonna work though, because that would have only worked if they had not assassinated the Ayatollah in that, sorry, it is cowardly fashion and a war crime, right? Calling for a peace conference and then bombing them, that's super illegal. That's like, that breaks every international law. And on top of that, he's a religious leader, which aggravates it even further. And yeah, if they had not done that, they could have done a statecraft piece where it's like, oh, demonstrate our superpower. And then it could have worked. But it's too late for that. Effectively, the Iranians are not going to buy into any form of statecraft at this point. They're all in. And like, literally, like, they know, like, yeah, shit could go really wrong. There's still a possibility that the US might literally do a literal earth-shattering earthquake weapon and just completely wreck all of Iran. Which, I mean, if they did that, could have enormous global consequences, because subjecting the earth to that powerful level of earthquakes is like it could literally just rearrange the frickin' landscape around the world. It could have like a massive devastating consequence, not just there in Iran. So, but I mean, it could lead to that eventually. Like that would be like
Rob
just
Dignags.
destroyed. But I mean, yeah, if they do that, there's probably a risk that Israel would, in the literal tremors of that kind of effect, would also be destroyed or like sink, right? Because when you subject the earth to that heavy level of earthquakes, which I think they can do that, it tends to shift heights of the ground. It literally rearranges the entire landscape. And when it's really
Rob
big,
Dig
Iran is
Nag
huge. Well, then it's not just going to be there. I mean, this sort of thing could literally like make the Himalayas collapse or something. Just shift in a way. It's super dramatic. So, I mean, that is like a total doomsday scenario. And I definitely recommend against it. Don't do that. That is insane. And yeah. I mean, if you want the whole world to just be effectively subjected to a flood level disaster, giant earthquakes, yeah, then we have some time
Too
to
many
rebuild.
still.
But I mean, everything's going to be trashed though, like everything, all industry, all power, everything. It's just going to be a mess, and no guarantees you will even be able to build it back up again, because such literal earth-shattering things tend to shift the balance, as in like frequencies of energy, like the literal earth
More than I have
frequency
balls.
might even change, right? You don't know what doing that will actually do besides shake the earth up. Like it may literally change settings. Like it could get as crazy that even like the way the celestial lights function just shifts or something. That's just gonna look different all of a sudden. You don't know. You don't know what happens when you subject the earth to such dramatic influences, like a huge earthquake weapon at maximum. So definitely recommend against it. There's really no reason whatsoever to actually use that ever, right? Other than threatening.
Has anyone seen
Shake
my
up the
fucking
place and then you
borax?
threaten it, which is really evil and devastating. But I mean, yeah, whatever. Mysterious earthquake. You could basically use that to be like, God is punishing you, and then mystery. Why did that even happen? But yeah, using it at maximum force could like literally change the entire setting of the world. And then, I mean, it would suck pretty badly if suddenly like all these advanced chips, computer chips that have been developed, suddenly just don't work because they're designed in a very specific way that requires like the, let's just say, ether energy to flow in a certain way. And if it suddenly flows differently, like it just doesn't work anymore because it's now attuned to the wrong fractal pattern.
His chat has
Does
been
not work
redirected
at
up
all.
my
Yeah,
ass.
then, yeah, what are you gonna do then? Like, just completely from scratch redevelop electronics? Pretty fucked. So yeah, don't use earthquake weapons as on maximum level is pretty much my tip to the Trump administration. And the state, it's too late for statecraft. Let's see if I can put this in the title.
Fuck off, Arwen.
Right, so the title's now It's Too Late for Statecraft Solutions with the Iran War. And never use earthquake weapons on Maximum or it may wreck the realm. Pretty good title. Alright. So yeah, don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking the show. I don't know how long I'm gonna do my show. It's 1.5 hour in. Feels like I've been going for an hour. I don't know why. Alright, hope everybody appreciates what I do. What? Oh god. Yeah. US is very much worried about false flag attacks when Iranian sleeper
Thanks to the
cells-
members who got Arwen
Iranian
banned from my
very
chat. He's a stalker. He sent me nudes. Still not sure if that was a
now
vagina
very
or not.
worried about the overall situation. They basically just started a war of aggression that they can win. They made a mess of their foreign policy in the Middle East now. And yeah, infuriated a very tough opponent that is not just gonna back down until they get their Ram Chief. It's just gonna be pretty severe punishment. So yeah, US is very worried now. Because actual sleeper cells may suddenly just do killing. And like, that's terrifying. But I mean, they wouldn't just like do random killings though. Because the Iranians know, like they know who's to blame. They know about the Epstein class. I mean, they literally are on camera saying that and all that. So I refuse to believe that Iranian sleeper cells
Rogan's up
just,
my
like,
stream,
attack
folks.
random businesses or whatever, kill a bunch of people in some building that were not blatantly involved in either the military-industrial complex in the US or with the Epstein class business relations and all that. Like, if they're gonna do it, they're probably gonna target people that are at least partially responsible for what's going on in the Middle East and with Israel and all that. And like, maybe they're gonna like attack the GOP or something. I mean, who knows? Those guys are gonna be very nervous. I would be. So yeah, stuff going on.
Too ha he ha ha.
Jesus. Oil tankers attacked and blew up in Iraqi waters. That's recently happened. When did that happen? Probably yesterday evening or something. Or it literally just happened. It's a mess. It's just so very hard to tell because like just scrolling on X, like you can't make out whether it's real or not, because there's just so much AI misinformation bullshit in between there. I mean, there's constant rumors about, oh, we killed Netanyahu. Like, no, I don't think so. Although some people are hoping that. He does seem to be moving around a lot. But I mean, maybe he did actually. Maybe, yeah. So unless we're gonna see some live event with Netanyahu and Trump or whatever together, maybe he is. Maybe they did actually take him out. Who knows? But I sincerely doubt it. But I mean, also these constant videos like, oh, we just took down one of a U.S. aircraft carrier, and it's like, no, you didn't. Gotta rescue a bee.
We live rent-free in the minds of the weak.
Oh, bee, what are you doing there? Get. Just a little bee. Glad to see him though. Every time I see an actual bee, I'm always like, oh, I'm so glad you're still around. Because I mean, 10 years ago and 20 years ago, I thought like it could be that the bees are gonna go extinct. I'm just so glad they're still around. Right. Oh yeah, a bit worrisome. There's
I have no
some
idea
heightened
what
tensions
voice
between
this
England
is.
and Russia. Russia says that England contributed to the death of several civilians in one of their cities, Bryansk. Because the Ukrainians use the English technology, one of their missiles, and yeah, I mean they're pushing it. England, they need to stop, or shit's gonna get bad. I mean, yeah. England just needs to stop it. Needs to stop poking the Russian bear. They really do. The Ukraine needs to end, and everybody needs to just let it frickin' be, man. Just let them be. Do business with the Russians. Don't do business with the Russians, but stop this insane conquest idea.
This is 10 times better than how we used to stream this garbage. That was an eyesore.
Needs to stop and stop. Just make sure that all the just stop killing Russians. Basically, it really needs to stop. There's no frickin' point to it. Like, there literally is no point to it. Other than some crazy ass revenge scheme or something. And that is pointless. So everybody's getting really sick of Rutte because he's just such a disgusting dick. And he's like riling up with the raw rhetoric and just idiotic claims. It's like basically like fanning the flames of megalomania. Like he keeps it going. Like he was actually like sucking up to Trump when soon about the Iran war. Like, oh, you did a great decision. Oh, it's so great. Now Trump is like kind of like, yeah, noticeably like, okay, this wasn't good. But this guy, this Mark Rutte, NATO head, dickhead, he's still just like, oh yeah, we're gonna conquer the world and all. Dude, just get the fuck over yourself, man. You're not doing shit. And you need to stop. All he's doing is just giving Europe a terrible name. But I mean, Russia and Iran, they know it's Epstein class, and Rutte is Epstein class. He is a part of that. I don't know how dark he went, but he is such a stooge. Like, he would just allow himself to get pulled in all the way as far as he could bear just to be what he's doing right now, and just be a disgusting political representative of the New World Order, right? On the Epstein class, this is what he does. So he probably did some really dark shit. And what he's doing now is really dark too. It's just like fanning the flames in a terrible situation. That's not what you should be doing. Like, the head of NATO shouldn't be fanning the flames of war. That on its own is insane to do that. It should never be anybody that warmongers under any circumstance. It's a defensive alliance. Defensive. Not a conquering group. Makes no sense. This is just ridiculous. Right. Anyhow. Right, yeah. I might just round out the show already. I think I've laid down things that I wanted to lay down and addressed all the geopolitics. Yeah. Well, some people here are saying their energy lockdowns might come out of this. So instead of like COVID lockdowns, it will be energy rationing based lockdowns, like stay at home, only use public transport or bicycles, etc. And they might try to centrally organize this kind of thing again. And then who knows if they'll even open it back up. So yeah, that is a worry. They could. energy lockdowns. It could happen. Let me add that to the title as well. Yeah, it fits. Alright, excellent. Long title. I'm really glad that I did decide to do a show after all. I am very inspired. Alright, hope everybody appreciates the show. Watching this afterward. If you're liking it, don't forget to Rogan's it up. Even if you're not watching live. I really appreciate it. Like, yesterday's show got 3 Rogans up. I really appreciate that. Like, thank you. Like, it seems silly, but that actually means a lot to me. It means that there's somebody out there that's willing to show that they care.
This show
That's
sucks
really
more
it.
than mine does, and mine is total
And
shit.
I don't care about, like, the ratio with all the downvotes. That's all just troll spam crap anyway. But every Rogan's up is like, that's a real person, and I'm really happy about that. Thank you. Like, I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you think it's worth it. I hope I've been informative. That's what I try to do. Right.
Ten years and he gets 3 upvotes.
That's weird. It seems like it's happening more often that Grok is not responding to inquiries. Maybe it got turned off. Or who knows, maybe Grok's base got blown up or something. That would be pretty fucked. Yeah, it's not responding. That's so weird. Grok stopped responding. Maybe it's getting overwhelmed with inquiries. That could be.
Grok just hates you, Arwen. You understand?
Grok, is this real?
You understand, motherfucker? You understand, motherfucker? Send them fluids to the foundry so I can drink them. His white shirts are now yellow.
Right. I'm rounding out. So thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. If you did, please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are on the description box below, or send a super chat over to Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I could really use it. Please support your local Arwin, that would be great. Right, I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2574 on a Friday. Hope to see you all then. Everybody have a great rest of this Thursday. And yeah, until the next video, keep it flat.
Derpy.